Hello and welcome back to Oracle SMP. So today I want to build a wither skeleton farm, as beacons are pretty valuable, so I want to start the market on them pretty early. But unfortunately, the design that I've made, well yes, I designed this one, this needs wither roses. Unfortunately I don't have any, so it's time to make a wither rose farm. So let's go to the end and start building that. I now have this thing ready to generate the end gateway in the void, so now let's fly back to the main island and go through. Here we are, so let's go through this end gateway if we can. There we go, and we messed it up. So let's see where we came out. And I must have picked the wrong gateway location. Okay, so we need the one that goes to this place over here. So let's see if we can find that end gateway. After a bit of ender dragon killing, I found the gateway and we now have this end gateway in the void here. So let's go through it. And that worked. Oops, fell off that. So let's try again. Here we go. And through. As you can see, we end up here. Now it's time to start building the farm. To start with, we need to break the portal block in the center there, so we can simply do that with a mushroom. So let's bone meal this. And now you'll see that it's been replaced with part of a mushroom here. Now we can simply remove all of this mushroom, which you can do pretty nicely with an efficiency diamond axe. And well, actually you can instant mine these with just an iron axe unenchanted. Now you can see there's no portal block there, so now we can have a wither in there safely. The farm is now done and we have plenty of wither roses, so as you can see, loads of them, so many that I've filled up all of the chests, and it's working pretty well. So what happens is we've got this wither stuck in there, this wall is keeping it trapped, bedrock and stuff, so it's trapped in there, and it's firing at this chicken in here, which you can just about see in this enchanting table. But due to the angle that it's firing at, the shots get blocked by this bedrock, and then it can harm these endermen which fall on top of this enchanting table. And when they're killed by these, then they drop wither roses. So pretty simple farm. Then here we just have a spawning pad for all endermen. And up there is the AFK spot. Anyway, now we have all these wither roses, we can start on the rest of the farm. After a bit of material gathering, we now have everything we need for this farm. So let's take these materials and let's bring them to the nether, as we need a very specific spot for this. Here we are at the right spot. So this is what's called an intersection or crossroads in a fortress. And these have special rules. And the most important one being that fortress mobs can spawn on blocks other than nether bricks in the bounding box of this section of the fortress. And that means we can make only wither skeleton farm here, as we can put wither roses. Unfortunately, they can't be planted on nether brick, but they can be planted on grass. So if we put some grass in here, all fortress mobs can still spawn, then we can put some wither roses on top, and then only wither skeletons can spawn. But anyway, it's time to get building. To start with, what we need to do is we need to do a bit of clearing. So this is going to be the center block, so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's how far we go in that direction, and the same in the other direction. Now that we've got the marked out area that is this bounding box, now all we need to do is mine out all other blocks so we can replace them with the grass blocks. And these blazes are very annoying. We really should make another mob switch on this server. Here is the space all cleared out, so let's start placing in some of the grass blocks. All of the grass is now in. Now all we need to do is place in some of these blocks in the center, and this is where all the rails will be going. All of the rails are now in, and now we just need to add in some activator rails. I need one more, so let's quickly get that from my redstone shulk box. Here we go, one activator rail, and then all of the rails are now in. Now we need to take our obsidian and start building the portals. After adding in the wither roses, which we just got a little taste of there, and also adding in these glass barriers, the nether side is all done. So let's get out of this before we die. And now we need to go over to the overworld to finish that side. This is the overworld side, so it's pretty simple. All we've got is a portal here where they'll push themselves out into this water stream. They'll get blocked up here, where we'll be swinging with an armor stand here with our sword, just sweeping edge damage them. And then when they die, their drops will go here, brush against the chest, they're aligned, and then there's some hoppers which will pick them up. And any extra items like swords and stuff, we pass into the fire. And we've just got some simple double speed filters here, so not too fancy, but this will do all the storing and killing of it. And I decided to make it 2-dimensional, where you could send them back to the overworld, but I thought that was a bit pointless, a bit too laggy for what we need, as we're on a multiplayer server. Anyway, all items will then end up down here for us to collect. Now we need to go and set up the filters. To finish this farm off, we'll need to do a little bit of spawn proofing, as here's the despawn sphere, and as you can see, it hits some of other parts of the fortress, and we don't want anything spawning here, so I think the best way is to just simply remove it all. So that's what we're going to do quickly. After digging all of the things away in that time lapse is now done. Other than this bit, just realised that it cuts into one of these, what are they called? The nether wastes. Unfortunately that means loads of zombie pigmen will be spawning and we can't have that, so we also have to remove all of this too. Now that the wither skeleton farm is all done and we're getting wither skeleton skulls, to make beacons we also need a load of glass, so I think it's time to make a sand farm. As instead of just going over here to gather some sand, I think we should make use of the carpet feature renewable sand that's enabled on the server, which allows us to make automatic sand farms, so let's go and do that. It's been a while since we've been around our industrial district here, so I thought might as well build a sand farm here too. I think it'd fit pretty nicely over here. Or maybe over here actually. There's an empty space here. Let's do it here now. After a bit of redstone, the farm is now done, as you can see. So a bit of redstone up here to make a clock, then some pistons, and I did unload this, that's why these anvils are broken. Basically, it's all working, and I've got plenty of sand in here. Loads and loads of sand, so much in fact that it's overrunning up here. Anyway, so this is working, there'll go plenty of sand for glass and other things that we may need it for. And the way that it makes sand is the carpet mod allows it to turn cobblestone to turn sand when an anvil falls on it. So what this does is the anvil falls, turns into sand, this drops down, sand's pulled out, anvils go on slime blocks, bounce back up here, piston holds them quickly, and then they drop back down and the cycle continues. And cobblestone is generated by some lava here, then some waterlogged stairs here. And then all the sand drops down here on soul sand, which then breaks it, and as an item they go into the hopper. And that's all it is. That'll be all for today's episode, so I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe, as it's free, and why not? Like, it's just a button, click it.